Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm here with John as usual, and we're joined by a very special guest. He's a former Ring of Honor World Champion. The American Wolf, Davey Richards, is here. Davey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for joining us. I suppose we might as well start with the questions. And sort of, we haven't really seen you in a Ring of Honor ring since Best in the World. I mean, why have you decided to take some time off from Ring of Honor?
Um, I took time off just because I was between my title run and the New Japan schedule when I was going to Japan and back to United States just one show then back. I just got really, really burnt out, and I just needed to kind of take some time and
Hmm.
finally take some Davey time and just train and just kind of go at my own leisure. And I wanted to do I wanted to go wrestle in Puerto Rico, which I'm doing. I'm going to spend all of August in England and train the snake pit and stuff like that. So it's doing the things I want to do to come back fresh and kind of reinvigorated, which it's
Hmm.
working to a T. I can't wait to come back.
I mean, do you have sort of a plan of when you'll come back?
Yeah, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but you just keep your eyes. You never know when I'm going to pop up. When I do that, I'm sure I want to be talking about it.
Okay, that's awesome. We've got a question here from our forum. Jackalope3 wants. He basically says that after the stipulation at Best in the World, you can't go for the title anymore. I mean, what are your plans in Ring of Honor when you do come back?
Having a Ring of Honor title was a great experience, but it made me realize that I'm not really a person where wearing like the belt is really important to me. Like I'm not worried about like getting a bigger paycheck, which involved having the belt or being over. I'm only concerned about being better. And
Hmm.
I didn't need the belt before to be having great matches and be having the match that people were paying to see. You know what I mean? So like like the guy holding the belt now, is a great character and he can cut awesome promos. But as far as I'm concerned, no one touches me in the ring, and that's what I'm most concerned with. So as far as becoming champion again, it's not really a concern. My concern is, reminding everyone that I'm the best in ring wrestler there is.
Hmm. We've got a question here from 187 Joeism. He says, "What do you think of the behavior of Kyle O'Reilly against Tony Kazina at the recent Milwaukee show, and also to go along with that, the promo he did sort of directly at you at Best in the World, where he said he's going to stab you in the eye? I think is what he said."
Yeah, this was I saw this coming a long time ago. It's to be expected. It's tough, as a competitor, as an athlete. The what we saw happen with Eddie.
Hmm.
Now we see happen with Kyle, where it's tough to live in someone's shadow. And I always consider them equals, but as Eddie had to try his hand at me, and now Kyle tries. Try they might, but fail they will. So as far as him attacking Tony, it's Tony's an honest, trusting guy, and that kind of leads him. He doesn't see he doesn't want to see the dark side of people, and he didn't want to believe what was going on with Eddie, and now Kyle thinks he's gonna run wild all over me, but I'll be quick to come back and put him in his place, and
Hmm.
then who knows? We'll see how Kyle really wants it or not, because he won't be riding my coattails anymore. And we'll find out how tough he is.
So, Davey, about a year ago is when you became champion, and I know you just said that it's all about putting on the best matches that you possibly can and becoming better. But what was it like to
Yeah.
finally win the belt?
For me, winning a belt was a really personal thing. Just a lot of closure to a lot of personal issues I've been going through, as far as everything I'd lost, and was this wrestling thing. Was I gonna have something to show for it? And so as far as me being champion, I never looked at it as like, oh man, I'm champion now, I'm the man, I'm like being all these, I'm gonna get all the attention and things like that. It was still business as usual. I wrestled. They told me to wrestle and had the best matches that I possibly could, and same as before I was a champion. Same as now when after I've lost the belt. So winning the belt was a milestone personally, but professionally, to me, it's like I said, it's always about being the best wrestler.
And you had some great matches as champion, and you continue to do so. But what were some of your favorite matches and moments while you held the belt?
I really enjoyed the match with Michael Elgin. I really enjoyed the match with Adam Cole. Ring of Honor was in a transitional period at that time, so it didn't have as many singles matches, but as I would have liked, but I don't book the shows. You know what I mean? And I know it's kind of thing that's come under fire, but it's terms between my title reign and like Kevin Steen. I mean, it's fantastic you can on the belt, 20 times a night, but it's always been gonna be a quality over quantity thing. I feel like you can even touch the quality even in one of my matches, and in my eyes, nowhere near my title reign. But I mean, yeah, God bless, but. I would have liked to have defended it more, but the title reign or title defense I did have, whether it be the three-way, Showdown the Sun, or Say Night versus Elgin, or Adam Cole, or the match was Roger. Even the match I had in Spain, which nobody saw, versus Tommy M, which was a great match. I put my 100% effort into those matches, and they all turned out, at least in my opinion, extremely well.
Mm.
And you mentioned your matches with Adam Cole and Michael Elgin as being up there on your title reign. And do you see them two as the future of Ring of Honor? And who else would you say is going to be the ones that carry Ring of Honor into the next 5 years or so?
Yeah, I definitely think Michael Elgin. I think definitely Adam Cole. I think those are obvious choices. I would say it's hard to tell, man. I mean, there's so many teams where I've seen, or so many talent that I've seen like other places, and give the ability to shine a little bit more. Like Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander, they're a great tag team. But they haven't really been an opportunity at Ring of Honor. But when they finally are going to, they're really going to blow people's minds. And even someone like T.J. Perkins, people have seen for years. I've wrestled this guy like in Japan and in Europe and stuff. And I can tell you right now, this guy is freaking awesome. It's people, I've seen him for years. It's only scraping the surface as to what he can do.
Mm.
But as far as new stars, I think when given the ball, I think Tomas is really going to, go into a big star. But honestly, the big stars in Ring of Honor, I think, aren't even in Ring of Honor right now. Guys like Kyle Matthews, and I have a student named Darren Dean who's just getting better and better and better and making all the right sacrifices. I think the guys who are going to be the stars are not even in Ring of Honor yet. It's just, they're going to come in there and make a huge impact, and people will remember their name.
Mm.
And you mentioned some of the people you think could come into Ring of Honor and make a huge impact. Is there any, you've wrestled all over the world, is there anybody you've wrestled in the past year or so that you think would make a huge impact in Ring of Honor?
Definitely Kyle Matthews from the UK. Definitely Jack Gallagher. Let me see. Chip Day is great. These guys are all great. Who else, Tony? Nick. Yeah. Chase Owens from the Tennessee area is great. Nick Brubeck, California area. I'm sorry, the Chicago area. Shane Hollister is fantastic. All these guys are just great. Yeah, Corey Hollis is great, and there's a lot of guys, and they're just really coming up, man. I definitely think Kyle Matthews has like everything it takes to just be a huge player immediately in Ring of Honor.
So going back to your title reign, how was it transitioning from teaming with Eddie Edwards to having the heated rivalry with him?
It was as far as wrestling was concerned, it was not hard because we both wrestle the same style, and we just kind of let our wrestling do the talking and go out there and put on good athletic wrestling. But as far as not tagging anymore, by far and away, my funnest time I ever had in wrestling was tagging with Eddie, and just to know that was coming and no one wanted to say it because we didn't want to spoil it for each other, but it was definitely not a hard pill to swallow. We knew we were going to miss tagging with each other because that was something that's really clicked. I think American Wolves stood for, Ring of Honor stood for, which was just shut up and wrestle.
And do you see yourself ever reuniting the American Wolves?
Absolutely.
Do you know when that might be, or you have to is it wait and see?
I do, but I can't say.
Okay.
Sorry.
And
but
Marcus,
yes, I absolutely see us. I absolutely see us reuniting, and doing what we did before, which was just dominating the wrestling scene. But sooner rather than later, I'll say that.
well, I'm for one really looking forward to seeing that.
Isn't there a tag team tournament?
You and me both.
Isn't there a tag tournament that's going on? There's a few spots open in that.
Yeah, I won't be in the country during that tournament,
Oh.
but I mean, basically the way me and Eddie look at it, Eddie's going to be gone in Japan all of September. Like, we'll let these guys have their fun, and then pretty much crash whatever party it is that wins the tournament.
Awesome.
And we have another forum question. This is from Marketh, and he wants to know, were you happy with the build-up to Final Battle 2011? And how did you feel with your match with Eddie at that show?
I love the build-up. The match was tough because we were both sick, really, really bad. That's why it was really slow. And I mean, Eddie was hurt. I'm sorry, Eddie was hurt. No, I was hurt. Eddie was sick. I'm sorry. And yeah, so I mean, it's our best in the world match we were, and then our match on TV. They were all great match. Our TV title match, we always had great matches, and we wanted so badly to, but the timing as far as our health could not have been worse. But I mean, we went out there and we fought with everything we had, and we can't really ask for much more than that.
With one of your other big rivals during your title reign was Roderick Strong. We have a question here from Dougie Fresh 605. He says, even though you and Roderick Strong have great chemistry, I've heard that you both hate each other in real life. Is this accurate?
Yeah, more or less. I don't get along with Roderick. He didn't get along with me, and it goes back to no remorse core days, and then we don't need to air all the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
But we've never been friends. We're never gonna be friends. And he steps in the ring. We're both good at what we do, and we're both professionals. But outside the ring, now you won't find us going to the bar on Saturday night.
We've got now sort of transitioning to sort of the end of your reign. It's sort of noticed that the fans started to turn on you, and this is almost a tradition in Ring of Honor. I mean, why do you think this happens, and when did you notice the fans started, changing their opinion towards you?
Well, to be honest, I mean, if we're gonna do this 100% legit, the reason the fans turn on me is because it was planned they would turn on me, because Kevin Steen couldn't get over without. He had to use me to get over. I had to be the catalyst, which, I won the title just being an honest guy who told his story and fought hard. Then all of a sudden I was Cornette's golden boy, or I was Cornette's champion, or whatever, which is, I mean, if you go back to interviews, I was never Cornette's. I was never in Camp Cornette. I was never, in any of that stuff. But, Kevin had to get over the expense of someone, and that was me. And that's fine, because, if it's good for the company, the fans like it. And then B, I've always preferred, playing the role of the villain anyways. It's fine with me. And it's much more natural to me. Just because I don't know, I guess I can't really find a nicer way to say this. I don't really give a shit what people think. So, I've always believed, I was taught, and I believe in just wrestling the way I want to wrestle. And, and now at the end of the day, in my wrestling career, I can look back and say I did what I believed in. But, as far as them turning on me, like, that's the way wrestling fans are, you know what I mean? And Kevin Steen, he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He wants to go and tell the boss and give him the finger, and and that's cool. I mean, God bless, but the bottom line is I love the guy, but he's a paper champion. He'll be forgotten as quickly as he was, revered for his, telling the boss to screw off. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, as I've always said, this whole shock rock thing he's pulling is great in the short run, but this company, Ring of Honor, from our first champion on through, Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson, James Gibson, Austin Aries, CM Punk, and on and on, has been built on the backs of real wrestlers who could get in there and do the work. People are just now watching WWE and TNA and seeing these guys becoming, big TV star champions and realizing, wow, these guys are incredible. It's like, well, yeah, that's when where they learn that craft and cut their teeth. And was appreciated by, the best fans in the world was Ring of Honor. It's always been built on the backs of wrestlers, Nigel McGuinness, you know what I mean? We could sit here and discuss how great these guys are, but we all know it because this company, don't get me wrong, man, I don't want to make any bones about it. Kevin Steen is great at what he does. He is absolutely tremendous. The guy could talk circles around me any day of the week. He can play a character, he can cut a promo, and he can create excitement for his matches, and he can take a beating like the Lord Jesus himself. But, But at the end of the day, you're not a wrestler. You're not a wrestler. This is shock rock. And I understand, man, sometimes you have a shot in the arm to get things rocking and rolling. By all means, man. Whatever the people want to see, God bless it, man, because you guys are paying your hard-earned money, and I respect that. But that is not it's a temporary thing. You're a paper champion, and once this whole thing is over with, it should be gone. because if you don't know how to wrestle, you're not going to make it very far in Ring of Honor. I'm not saying you might not go somewhere else, but in Ring of Honor, you wrestle, and if you can't, you're not going to last.
I mean, it looks like your sort of rivalry with Steen is over for now. I mean, how do you feel about it overall? How do you think it went?
My rivalry with Steen?
Yeah.
It was good in the sense that it really helped Ring of Honor create a desperately needed new star. It sucked out to be at the expense of me because I got lumped into being something that just simply wasn't true, which as far as like me, like I'm Cornette's golden boy, like he's Uncle Cornette, and or all that kind of crap. But I mean, basically, the bottom line is the Pain fan, in my opinion, and the Pain fan enjoyed it, and they enjoyed him, and they enjoyed him winning. So I mean, like, it's tough to let a guy beat me who wouldn't lag, who doesn't know a double leg from a double quarter pounder. Well, yeah, it's difficult, But I mean, like, it's a hard pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, I mean, people are paying their money. That's what they want to see. That I want to do it right by them because they don't want to try by me. But as far as him out wrestling me any day of the week, well, I mean, come on, let's just use common sense here, okay? Come on, this guy wouldn't last 22. This guy, yeah, all right, he gets his pants on the way to the ring. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is, man. And the fans are digging it, and they like it. So rock and roll.
So
and you
good.
said that you feel like you're kind of lumped in with Camp Cornette. How did that come about, and do you think it was beneficial to you or the company in any way?
No, it was completely brought up by Kevin Steen. I mean, it was completely brought up by Kevin Steen, and then the whole MMA thing. Like I remember once saying I never once remember saying I was ever an MMA fighter. All this crap, I mean, I mean, we're talking about my credibility as believing in pro wrestling. I mean, I'm the best wrestler in the world, and I say that not because I'm trying to be arrogant or because I'm trying to, or some big company puts it on a T-shirt or puts it on a television screen. I'm the best wrestler in the world because I'm doing wrestling the way it should have been done, which is like I'm in the back of a car right now traveling 10 hours to go wrestle. I'll drive to Atlanta, Georgia tonight to wrestle, and then I'll fly to Chicago tomorrow, wrestle, and drive back to Atlanta to wrestle again. And then I'll go out to England for 2 weeks. I've lived in Japanese dojos. I've gone to Puerto Rico. I've gone all over the country. I've gone all over the world. I'm sorry. I've done all these different things to make myself be the best. You know what I mean? No matter where I mean, ask Cornette, ask the office guys. Why are you so pissed off at Davey? He's always freaking late. Where's he? He's at the goddamn gym training. He should be able to do promos. Because my job is not to get over. My job is to get better. And I'll never forget what Brian Danielson told me in the Noah Dojo, my first Japan tour. He's like, a professional wrestler's job is to be the best athlete. Same thing Billy Robinson told me. Same thing Jim Ross told me. All the guys, same thing Orndorff told me when I got trained. So, as far as like, me being lumped in a Camp Cornette, that's what he had to use because he knew he couldn't get in the ring and wrestle. Like I built my name off the truth, which was about my life, and getting there and just shutting up and just wrestling, whether it be a match with Tyler Black, Michael Elgin, match with Brian Danielson, all the tag matches with me and Eddie, the singles match between me and Eddie, all these other matches, It's been, I'll say it again, 100%, I'm not the most skilled guy out there. There's a lot of other guys that have more skill than me, but my ability is to outwork everyone because that's what a professional wrestler does. That's what the fans deserve is someone who's going to work tirelessly to improve their craft. So it's like the whole Camp Cornette thing was made up by Kevin. This whole, I want to be MMA fighter. If I wanted to do MMA, I would do MMA. Yes, I do train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu every day and kickboxing to make me a better wrestler. I seem to remember Brian Danielson does it on TV and CM Punk does it on TV, and well, they make quite a bit of money off of it because that's what real athletes do. They train to get better. You know what I mean? Like, and in my opinion, for the people who pay their money to see me, they deserve to see someone who takes their job seriously and trains hard. It's fantastic. Tim Steen can fall through ladders, and set himself on fire, and he worships the devil, and he kills little kids. And hey, man, God bless, man. But first off, you can't get it done in the ring. You're not giving the Pain fan what they paid for it. So, the whole thing of me being Camp Cornette and Emerson, man, that was completely just made up by Kevin Steen to get himself over, which it works. So, hey, successful thing. I tip my hat to that. So God bless. I'm going off. Sorry.
That's fine. At the beginning of your title reign, it was kind of when Sinclair broadcast group was taking over, and how is the SBG takeover kind of changed Ring of Honor over the past year compared to how it was before?
It's definitely bigger. It's definitely bigger, and like the first year was pretty much it was just kind of everyone trying to piece it together from the boys in the back to the office to the TV production. Yeah, they pissed a lot of people off, and we pissed a lot of people off because to be honest, man, no one really knew what the hell they were doing, with the exception of probably Cornette. You know what I mean? But you're not going to go in there and just crack out home runs. Your first time at bat. It's going to take time, man. Which I really think everything's coming together now, and it's only going to lead to good things. You know what I mean? Because you got guys that are motivated, you got a company that's motivated, and everyone wants to succeed. So yeah, it was a rocky start, but it was to be expected, and I think it's going to get better and better and better. Hey, cheer me out.
And from the forum, Montana wants to know what can Ring of Honor do to gain more exposure in the future that they aren't already doing.
See, man, look, I'm a wrestler, man, and I get hit in the head a lot. So my opinion, which I really emphasize my opinion on this, is that Ring of Honor can stop trying to do, these crazy, wacky angles and these crazy, wacky characters, and go back to what it was known for, what made it and what kept it alive, which is good wrestling, which is, just put two guys in the ring, give them a reason to wrestle, and just let them wrestle. But that's my opinion. I'm always gonna stand by what I believe in, and what I believe in is just good, solid wrestling. Now, that may not be the general consensus, and I'll be the first to admit that. But as far as I'm concerned, it needs to go back to what it was and promote what it can do better than anyone else, which is wrestling.
And here's a question from at Lady Catherine29 off Twitter, and this is kind of going back to it was kind of going way back about the pure title, and you had not a pure title match, but a pure wrestling match with Christopher Daniels last year or 2 years ago, I believe. And
yeah.
She just wants to know, do you think the pure title should be brought back?
First off, I'll start by saying that pure title match kissed my ass. I damn near killed myself in that Shooting Star. And I will also say that's the last time you'll ever see big old DR ever trying to Shooting Star. I damn near killed myself. I never got cut in half. That being said, I think the pure title is a great idea. However, it would be kind of hard to explain it, in my opinion, to the people just watching at home. Because, everything now, it's TV in general. I even wrestling, just TV in general. It's just crash, boom, bang. You want to, flip this channel and, see chicks fighting or people on fire. And it's kind of invest the time to understand what the pure title's about. Me personally, I loved it, man. But, I'm not enough of an income source to pay everyone's bills. So it might not be a good idea, in my opinion, for the general public.
Yeah.
And you talk about the rules of the pure title. There's the match at Best in the World between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly had the hybrid fighting rules. Do you think it's kind of a similar situation there with the amount of rules kind of in the match might be taken away from?
Yeah, I thought that. I thought that was till Kyle went big shit on him and damn near killed him. I thought it was a great idea. Yeah, I thought it was kind of the same, maybe a more updated version, maybe a little bit easier to get. And I thought that was great. And in my opinion, you're never gonna go wrong with pure wrestling. But kind of got to do what the general public wants too. So my opinion, it was great. I don't think Kyle needed to go Iron Mike Tyson on him, but apparently it worked out. So God bless them both.
You're a regular, as you said earlier, you've wrestled all over the world, and you regularly wrestle in Japan. I mean, what are the main differences between wrestling in Ring of Honor and, wrestling in Japan?
Well, Japan's obviously a bigger country. I'm sorry. Well, it's not obviously not a bigger country. It's a bigger company, Japan, and it's just like over there, it's all the guys out there are legitimate athletes. They want why these guys are such great wrestlers because you can't just walk into a wrestling ring and just because they all want to be a wrestler, you have to earn your right. Like, you look at these guys' backgrounds, they're all accomplished amateur wrestlers or like judo guys or, martial artists or anything, and train hard, man, which is why it's so respected over there. And I just, why they do good business over there, and they just, it's because they have that public's respect. Whereas a lot of pro wrestling now, unfortunately, as great as these athletes are, I think we're just starting to kind of get respect back with guys like Bryan and Punk and Austin, kind of leading the charge, and people on TV going, wow, these guys are real gym athletes. And it's like, I know that, and you guys as hardcore fans know that. But the general public, man, I mean, like, it's look, man, it is what it is, man. I can flip on TNA and I can see Austin Aries. I got the wrestler, okay. I flip on WWE, I see Bryan Danielson, I see CM Punk. Man, those guys are wrestlers. I'm gonna watch that. This is the age of UFC. I flip on Ultimate Fighter, boom. Fortunately, I flip on Ring of Honor, which is supposed to be the most athletic wrestling there is. I see a fat guy in basketball shorts, only wrestling, changing the channel. And at the end of the day, man, I mean, at the end of the day, that's people I've seen. Hey, I'm seeing you on TV. Oh, who's that guy? I thought, who's that guy on TV holding the belt? That guy's not a wrestler. And it's like, I know I'm probably rubbing people the wrong way, but I always want to give people honesty, and that's the way I feel about it, man. Like it's got to be, it's got to be real wrestling. I'm always going to go back to that.
I mean, do you have any plans to return to Japan soon?
No, I've actually, because last year was such a debacle, I've actually taken an extended leave of absence from Japan. Personally, Noah wanted me to go in September for a whole month, but right now I'm really just concentrating on being in Ring of Honor, or going back to Ring of Honor, and being the best in Ring of Honor, because I just got completely burnt out last year between all the Japan trips and Ring of Honor and everything, and I want to just to devote my full attention and energy into Ring of Honor.
One of sort of the biggest news pieces in Ring of Honor the past 2 weeks was the sort of Kenny King situation. I don't know if you want to share any thoughts or opinions on that whole situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, what is it from your perspective? I mean, obviously there's a lot of rumors online, but as someone who's actually there in the company, I mean, what's your take on the whole thing?
I found out the same time everyone else did when I heard he was on TV, and at the end of the day, man, it's really none of my business. But I understand from his point of view, because he has a daughter, and he got a future family. I get that, but if you tell someone you're going to do something, then it's good to kind of own up to those things. But man, there's always gray area, you know what I mean? And like I'm positive thinking was like, oh, I'm gonna screw these guys over. Yeah, screw these guys. Ha ha ha. I'm sure he thought he was gonna do the right thing, and then when push comes to shove, they offer him a better deal. He's gonna do what's best for his family. It sucks. I don't think Ring of Honor did anything wrong. They felt like, well, this guy's gonna be with us. You know what I mean? It's a rock and a hard place in my opinion, and I don't want to take sides because I don't know the full story, and it's none of my business anyways. But Ring of Honor will survive, will go on, and we'll grow. And Kenny King he's a fantastic wrestler. He'll go on, and he'll prosper. So I mean, things are going to happen when they're meant to happen. So it's meant to happen.
There have been rumors online that I've seen that you'll be retiring by the end of next year. Or is there any kind of truth to those rumors?
Yeah, next year is my last year in professional wrestling. Not because someone pissed me off or I'm taking my ball and going home. I put a lot of time and effort into getting, my degree and everything. That's something I want to look into. And, I've done everything I can do in Ring of Honor, and I enjoy it so much there. But, there comes a time when people are getting sick of seeing Davey. They want to see new stars. And, I'm not really cut out for life on the road as, needed by WWE and things like that. So I'm not going to work in Japan full time. So, I just want to go and have a great last year and have a lot of fun and, leave the place with some memorable matches and, stand back and let the new guys, do what they came to do, which is shine. That's the way it should be. I don't want to take time away from anyone or take spots away from everyone. There's only so many spots available, and it's time for the new stars to move up.
You just said that you're not really cut out for life on the road, and it's been widely rumored that you turned down a WWE deal in the past. Is that the reason why?
Yeah, and that's the only reason why, because their wrestlers, they're fantastic. I enjoy their product. It's just it's not, for me, it's not fair to go and take a spot in FCW when I really don't want to be there, and that takes a spot away from someone who that's their dream, because I know deep down I'm not going to be able to handle that kind of road schedule. I don't have it in me. I'm a homebody. I've always had, man. I get homesick really, really easy, and so it's like it's just not fair for me to go and lie. People are like, oh yeah, I'll accept this contract deep down, knowing that my heart isn't fully in it.
And we have a question from Steven, one of the co-owners of the site, who unfortunately couldn't make it today. He just want to know, is there anything else you want to achieve in wrestling before you retire?
I'd like to have one more tag title run with Eddie. And I just want to be the best, man. I just want to be the best until my last match. That's always has been. It's the first day I entered professional wrestling, the last day is to go out and be the best. And I want to end on top. I don't want to be so bad it's like broken down and not caring anymore, and not able to cut it in the ring. I want to go out there and do what I do and do it better than anyone else.
I mean, you said that next year will be your final year in wrestling. I mean, if you could pick your last opponent for your final match, I mean, is there anyone in particular you'd like that to be against?
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, you could ask me 7 different days and you get 7 different answers. Man, I honestly couldn't tell you at this point, man. I would like it to be a tag with Eddie. But as far as opponents, I couldn't. I don't think I could tell you right now. I couldn't think of it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe me and Eddie versus like Super Dragon and someone else, kind of high points and milestones of my career with different promotions. That'd be great. But I mean, I can. Yeah, I'll. Ask me when I'm almost done, then I'll be able to tell you better. Right now, there's 500 million names coming to my mind. I can't pick one.
Well, that's sort of the last of the questions we've got. Thank you for taking the time to come and speak with us today.
No, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And, your guys' site's great, and
thank you.
I appreciate what you guys do trying to spread the word of Ring of Honor, man. It's really appreciated. I think you guys do a great job of it.
Thank you. I mean, how can fans get in touch with you? I mean, you recently left Twitter. Do you have a website or anything like that?
Just Facebook. It's just my real name, Wesley Richards. And, if anyone's out there looking to train, me and Tony Kazzina and Kyle O'Reilly opened up a school in St. Louis, Missouri, and there's housing available. They can come out and live with us and train and get on the road with us. We're traveling across the country on any given weekend, and now even during the week. So, just my Facebook, and you can contact Tony on Tony Kazzina's Facebook. And, Tony, you're on Twitter, aren't you? I don't understand these goddamn things. I can't respond half the time. My phone is to work the phone, so I got off that damn thing. I can't spell right half the time anyways either. So, Tony, what's your Twitter thing? TT Kazzina 1. Yeah, if you want to talk to me, Twitter Tony, he'll tell me about it. We live together.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for joining us, and good luck with your final year in wrestling.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Y'all take care.
And you. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.